Am I the a-hole for revealing my friend's affair at his wedding reception? There are moments in life where you're forced to make impossible decisions, where what's right and wrong blurs into shades of gray. That's exactly where I found myself, standing on the precipice of my best friend's wedding. I'm 28, and Jake, my friend of over a decade, was about to marry the love of his life, Sarah. At least, that's what we all thought, until I stumbled upon the secret. It was a month before the wedding when I was planning Jake's bachelor party, and by pure chance, I found a folder on his laptop. Inside, there were pictures, messages, and details of a relationship Jake had been hiding. Not just a fling, not just some mistake. Jake had been in a 2-year relationship with his coworker, Emily. The lies he told Sarah, claiming late work nights and stress, were all just a cover. I was stunned. This was Jake, the guy I trusted like a brother, the guy Sarah adored. I had no idea what to do, so I confronted him. He panicked, begged me to keep quiet. He argued that telling Sarah now would destroy everything they'd built together. He tried to justify it, saying it didn't matter anymore, that he'd chosen Sarah and wanted to move forward. But how could I stand by and watch him build a marriage on lies? I wrestled with it for days, trying to figure out what the right thing was. Part of me felt like it wasn't my business, that maybe it was better if I stayed out of it. But the other part, the louder part, knew that Sarah deserved the truth. She was about to make a lifelong commitment to someone who wasn't who she thought he was. The night before the wedding, at the reception, my heart raced. I had the chance to speak, to make a toast like any best friend would. But as I stood there, staring at Jake, staring at Sarah's beaming face, I knew I couldn't lie to myself any longer. I took a deep breath and began, my voice shaking at first. There's something I need to say, and it's not going to be easy to hear. I could feel the room shift, the energy darken as I revealed Jake's betrayal. Every word felt like a weight lifted off my chest, but with each confession, I could see the devastation ripple through the room. Sarah's face fell, tears welled in her eyes. Jake sat frozen, his world crumbling around him. The silence that followed was suffocating. Then chaos erupted. Guests whispered in shock, some glaring at Jake, others at me. Jake stormed toward me, fury in his eyes, shouting that I had ruined his life. But in my heart, I knew the real damage had been done long before I spoke. Sarah left, heartbroken, and Jake hasn't spoken to me since. I've lost a friend, maybe forever, but I keep telling myself that Sarah deserved the truth. Maybe I overstepped. Maybe I could have handled it differently. But would silence have been better? Would allowing Sarah to marry a man who had already deceived her have been the right choice? I don't know. All I know is that night, I couldn't keep quiet. Sometimes doing the right thing feels wrong, but that doesn't mean it wasn't the right thing to do.